it's me without hair, obviously. I will talk to everyone about that as soon as we get going. Oh, and I'm live. It says so on my email. How is everyone today? I should start by saying I'm very well, thank you very much. There are no problems at this end of the YouTube video. So I am going to take a drink because I have been talking quite a lot over the last few days. It seems to be almost non-stop. So for those of you who don't know, yesterday marked the 10th anniversary of my breast cancer diagnosis. And to mark the fact that I have been cancer-free for all that time, well, technically not, because the diagnosis obviously happened before the treatment, but you get the point. I had my head shaved for charity yesterday. I have been so overwhelmed, I mean, in a good way, by the support, the comments, the messages, not to mention the amazing amount of donations at the moment. As things stand, and I will go into, for those of you who are overseas, the tax thing that I'm going to talk about. So, including gift aid, and I will tell you what gift aid is in a moment. Hello, Sherry. I've raised over £2,000 thanks to you lot so far, and I expect to have a bit more come in. So, gift aid in the UK, you get a tax break if you donate to a charity. You can claim the tax back, or rather the charity can claim the tax back that you would have paid on that donation. So it can make a huge difference. It's like 25% in addition. So yeah. Hi B, hi Nora. So yes, so here it is. This is me without hair. It's very odd actually, because it's a bit like Velcro. It sticks to everything. So turning over in bed last night was interesting because I would stick to the pillow. Getting clothes over my head is quite interesting because it sticks to my head. But yes, and my husband, I'm delighted to say, who was not terribly keen on the idea, has actually said, no, it looks all right. So that's good. So I don't have to wear a wig all the time. Thank you, Nora. But it's been... I've hardly stopped for the last 3 or 4 days. I mean, yesterday obviously was the big day, but there were a lot of donations coming in back end of last week and over the weekend. Sigourney Weaver vibes, yes. Or G.I. Jane, that's the other one. Demi Moore. Is it Demi Moore or Demi Moore? Anyway, that's a whole other thing. Thank you, Jan. So, yes, it's been frenetic. I have hardly had time to even register which way up is. I was so shattered yesterday afternoon. I had to go to bed because I was just so tired. I have to say I didn't sleep terribly well Sunday night into Monday morning, which probably didn't help. But, yeah, it's been mind-blowing. It's just amazing. So thank you all for your support. And you can see how this goes. Hello, Jane. Thank you, Helen. So yes, it's hello, Pam. It's all a bit weird. It's when I rub my hand over it, it sounds like sandpaper. If you go in the right direction, it's really smooth. But if you go in the wrong direction, it's like sandpaper. Hello, Lorna. Thank you. So yes, it's been... I mean, and I'm still getting messages, which is just... I don't think I'd quite realised how busy I was going to be. I thought, it'll take half an hour to have my head shaved. No, it's taken about 5 days of wonderful messages. It's just amazing. So thank you very much. Hello, Margaret. Thank you. But yeah, I'm just walking around I have to say, my head is either really, really hot or really, really cold. Hello, Deborah. So it's been... I've got a peak cap, like a baseball cap, that I keep putting on and off. But walking around the village without my hat on, the number of people who've come up to me and said, wow, you've done it, well done, because I did advertise around the village. So yes, it's mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing, as I say, in a good way. So, I guess we ought to do some crafting. Just a reminder for those of you who don't know me, I am Liz Yuille from Old Stables Crafts, based in the UK, and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And I am, hello Karen, I have no brain. Clearly, having my head shaved has taken away the few remaining brain cells that I had left. So, yes, I work from the UK across the UK, France, Germany, Austria, and the Netherlands. And soon, we're still waiting for a date, Belgium and Ireland. I'm so excited. I'm going to be waiting for a certain person who's on here, Nora. I suspect that the moment it goes live, she might be ordering her starter kit. I don't know why, but that's my suspicion. So, yeah, I think we're probably going to be looking at October. I don't know. That's just my guess, purely because that's the beginning of a Stamping Up year. But quite rightly, what they've said is they'd rather wait to announce it knowing that that's the date rather than go, well, it's probably going to be such and such, and then have to postpone it, because that would be just really unkind. Anyway, we have the start of Celebration. It's in the description bar, Nora. The link is in the description bar, or should be in the description bar. Let me see if I can check, but it should be there. I think I put something really original, like link to head shave. Let me just check. Can I even see it on here? May not be able to see it on my phone, but yes, it is. It should be in the description bar. Come along, phone. It's justgiving.com /Liz-Yuille. So that is, yeah, it's not coming up on my phone because I'd have to go into YouTube anyway. ASAP, yes. I thought you might be, front of the queue. Anyhow, Celebration. Whoa, we love Celebration. So this is the time where you get free stuff, whether you shop, host, or join. So shopping for every £45 or, correct me if I'm wrong, €60. Where's my thing? Oh, my large print Celebration brochure. I'm sure it's €60. You get to choose items from the Celebration brochure. Why can't I find it? It's because it's in the front. Yes, £45 or €60. You get to choose items from the free the Celebration brochure. There's all sorts of things. I'm going to be using some of the paper today, which I used on Saturday. Oh, apologies, I didn't do some Top Tip Tuesday today because I've just been too busy, and it just, it didn't actually enter my brain until about 6 o'clock last night that I hadn't done it, and then I thought, oh, they'll forgive me. Anyway, I will do Top Tip Tuesday at some point this week, clearly not on Tuesday. So for every £45, €60, you get to choose free stuff. If you host or place a large order, by which I mean, I want to say 200 and something pounds, £275 or €375, you get the Perfect Pomegranate stamp set as a free gift, and I will show you that in a moment. Thank you, Jan, for confirming that the link is in the description bar. Ace. So, yes, and if you join, you get free in your starter kit the amazing Making Plans collection, which is the planner, which is 18 months of calendar, 3 notebooks, of which this is one, and a stamp set, which is this one. So if you're a planner girl or know someone who's a planner girl, you just need to join. And then you get a discount until at least the end of January. So why wouldn't you? Unless, of course, you're in Ireland at the moment. So I am going to, hello Det, I'm going to flip the camera down and then we can have a proper look at everything. I don't even remember how to do that. I need to get rid of that for a start. Right, pip, there we are. Right, okay, so let me show you the Making Plans stamp set again. So this is the Making Plans stamp set, which is part of the Making Plans collection that you get in your starter kit. And it's got, you know, everything you need for a planner, really. So really good. And it's got the Stampin' Up logo. So if you want to join Stampin' Up so that you can sell your cards, it's got the Angel Policy logo. So that's all good. Right, I'm going to be using the Ringed with Nature stamp set. Oh, I know what I forgot to do. Perfect Pomegranate. This is the stamp set you get for free if you place a large order or host. It's photopolymer, it's distinctive, and it's pomegranates. So, but it's not. It's also got flowers. So you know, you've even got the pips for your pomegranate. So it's going to be really useful to use. I will be using that later in the month. So, Ringed with Nature. It has got Merry Christmas, but it's also got Get Well Soon, Thinking of You, Just for You, Love and Warmth, Happy Anniversary. So it's not just for Christmas. The new mini catalogue is not just for Christmas. I know it's got Christmas things in it, and it's got Christmas on the front, but it's not just for Christmas. So let me find the Ringed with Nature bundle. Ringed with Nature. There is an alphabetical index at the back, which apparently I've forgotten my alphabet. Oh, there we are, page 62. So this is the Ringed with Nature bundle, which comes with a huge die set, which I will show you in a minute, which includes a hybrid embossing folder, which we will be using in a moment, so I will show you all of that momentarily. And this costs, bundled, £50.25, which means it's almost like it's been planned. You would automatically qualify for the matching paper in Celebration. This is called Ringed or Rings of Love. Let me take some of it out of the way so you can see what there is. So we've got tree trunks with a kind of poinsettia-esque pattern, but it doesn't need to be poinsettia. The rings, which I will be using with this gorgeous pattern on the other side. I wish they'd... I'm not a great fan of poinsettias. Could they not have put those on the back of the poinsettias? I know some people do like poinsettias. Hello, Brenton. Hello, Kathy. From Texas. Ooh, have you commented before? I don't know that you have. But hello. Blue tits, certainly in the UK. I would say these are blue tits with a nice sort of watercolour-ish background. Oh no, that's on the back of this watercolour background. Acorns and oak leaves, so autumnal, not Christmas. A plaid with a floral. So, oh, and this one, which has got the houses on, with a kind of medallion on the back. So, not very Christmas. Just saying. I know I keep saying that the current mini isn't just for Christmas, and it's not just for Christmas. So that's the stamp set, the cat hair, the dies. These are the separate dies. So you've got the dies to die cut the rings, and there's also one that would die cut that. I believe one of these will die cut that. You've got the top of an acorn. You've got the little bits to go in the middle of your rings of wood. You've got tree branches with leaves. You've got berries. You've got the bottom of toadstools. you've got this, which can either be a toadstool top or an acorn in my head. So really nice. The only thing that isn't in here, which I wish there was, is the heart, because the heart's really pretty. And they could have easily squeezed another one in. But anyway, so if you order the bundle, you qualify for the paper. I'm going to start by showing you how the hybrid embossing folder works. So you get in the bundle of dies and embossing folder, you get the embossing folder, and you get this die, which when you open the pack actually sits there, but I've kept it separate so that I know that it goes with the embossing folder. Bear of little or no brain. So you can run through either just card or paper, and die cut and emboss at the same time. Hello Judith, thank you. When you can't sleep, I catch YouTube. That sounds like a good idea, although I'm sorry you can't sleep. So I've cut off this piece of the pattern paper because these three line up with these three here. And I thought I would show you what happens when you run it through the embossing folder. So let's turn it over and get, first thing I need to do is cut the bottom off the paper because it's too long. So that goes under there. And as long as I line up the left-hand side with the embossing, with the die, it will all fit. In fact, let's do this the easy way. Why make things easy when you can make them difficult? So that should then just slip in, thank you, to the die, embossing folder rather. So let's, pardon me licking my finger, it's me that's licking my finger, so it's all fine. That then goes over the top. Now this works like a 3D embossing folder. Thank you, Joanna. Hello, Corrie. Or Karen. So, yes, it works like a 3D embossing folder. So you want your number 1 plate and your number 4 plate. And then, oh, my paper's moved. My paper's moved. Let's move it back again. My paper's moved and now my die's moved. Come on. There we go. Nope. Definitely a bear of little brain this morning. I'm making this look 10 times more difficult than it actually is. Just saying. Right. Okay. Hello, Candy. On your way back to bed. Yes, sleep. I have to say, having not slept well Sunday into Monday, and having a snooze yesterday, I still slept really well. Okay, so we have got our die cuts. So, and they are all beautifully embossed. So let me get rid of those bits, and then I will try and show you how beautifully they are embossed. Probably easier to show you if I show you the back side. Can you see that? Isn't that just gorgeous? So this is the front side, which, yeah, it's not as easy to see on the front, but on the back it's just stunning. Really nice. So obviously you can die cut the whole lot if you want. So if I bring the paper back in and the die back in, it will line up with the 5 pieces at one go. But I thought I would keep it shorter today. So, and it flips, so you can also line up there. So you can actually die cut the whole of this sheet of paper if you want. You have to cut it to size, obviously, but you can die cut the whole of this piece of paper if you wish. Although that side is so pretty, it's going to be a difficult one. As I say, had they put it on the back of the poinsettias, I'd be perfectly happy with that, because I'm not a great poinsettia fan. Right. Okay, so let's build a card. I have done little to no prep this morning, so we're going to do this as we go along. What we do need to know, of course, is what the colours are for the paper, so that we can match the colours. So obviously on the back, we've got crushed curry, evening evergreen, mint macaron, night of navy, parakeet party, petal pink, poppy parade, and soft suede. I'm thinking crushed curry, mint macaron, and petal pink might be an interesting colour combination. Shall we see if that's going to be an interesting in a good way or interesting in a bad way? So let me dive into my magic drawers and grab, what have we got in the... Ooh. Now somewhere along the line I have lost the plastic cover that I use for my scraps for crushed curry. No idea where it's gone. Been through all my drawers, can't find it anywhere. So crushed curry, mint macaron. I should have one of those for my crushed curry. Don't. And petal pink. Ooh, that could be interesting. I might bring in some crumb cake as well, just to calm things down a little. But I may not use it. Hello, Shaz. Jan has just been convinced to get this set. My neighbours blew massive firecrackers until 3 hours ago. Good heavens, I know it was the 4th of July. Happy 4th of July, belatedly, to all my American followers. 5 a.m. isn't working for you. No, I would imagine. Yes, catch me on replay, Candy. Please, please, don't do it now. Bed. Right, I'm going to go crushed curry for my card base. This is going to be interesting. Just saying. Crushed curry for my card base. So I'm going to cut that. This is not a full sheet, by the way, which is why I'm not scoring it in half first, because it's not a full sheet. So crushed curry, card base. Oh, and I should say it's on a white background. I will need my trimmer out again, but let's just get that doing its thing. Now, I want to build something on one of these, certainly at least one of those, and I'm thinking that I could fussy cut a house out of the paper, but instead I am going to stamp, and that means I can then bring in the heart. So I'm going to go, we've got crumb cake, haven't we? So let's bring crumb cake and mint macaron. Where's my mint macaron? Jan's favourite colour. Leslie, you never have to apologise. And then petal pink for my heart. So that's my colours. So I need that one, and that one. And I will choose a sentiment in the fullness of time. I need my scrappy scraps of paper, of which I have some scrappy scraps. Block. And let's use a baby block. Ooh, got a bit of something there. So, new, straight out of the box. So the first thing I'm going to do is prep them. Because photopolymer, I know I say this every time, but you never know, I might get new viewers. 9,500 subscribers, just saying. There'll be a giveaway when we get to 10, just saying. And it will be an international giveaway because although I can't send product outside of Europe, I can send things outside Europe. So it will be an international giveaway. So when I get to 10,000. But yes, what was I saying? I don't know. Anyway, oh yes. So when they make photopolymer stamps, in fact, when they make all stamps, they use a non-stick spray on the mould, and sometimes it's left on the stamp. Right, I'm going to give the house a... I think we're going to go crumb cake roof, mint macaron house, and then petal pink heart. So I'm going to start with the roof. Sorry, my ink pad is out of camera shot. So start with the roof. And let's come down here. Now, I have got a silicone mat beneath my grid paper, so I have got a bit of bunge underneath. If you find you're not getting a good impression, A, make sure you've not got the non-stick spray on still. B, give the ink enough time to transfer. And C, get yourself a stamping piercing mat. One of these. You want something behind your stamp just to give it a bit more give. The red rubber comes with the rubber or the foam, so you're not going to have the same problem with that. But yeah, do try those things if you're not getting a good impression. But one of the things that definitely needs to be done is you need to leave your stamp in place for a while. Do you prep the red rubber stamps in any way before using them? Not really, Leslie. Then they tend not to have such a problem. They've got more of a key. So there is my house. The mint macaron will dry back a little. I've obviously got some fluff there. And then I need a heart. As I say, I'm really sad that they didn't put a heart die in, but they didn't, so it's fine. But no, the red rubber doesn't seem to have the same issue, or certainly not to the same extent, unless of course you're Shelley Gardner, who was one of the founders of Stampin' Up. She does prep her stamps, her red rubber stamps. She licks them, just saying. If she hasn't got a cleaning pad, I mean. On the subject of which, cleaning pad. Now, anyone who has emailed me in the last 4 days, I owe you an email reply. As I was saying earlier on the video stream, it's been a frenetic few days. I had not appreciated how much time it would take, and I mean this in the nicest way, because I've been getting such wonderful messages from people supporting my fundraising. I have been replying to them as a priority, so if you've emailed me or messaged me about anything that wasn't to do with that, I know I'm tardy and I will get back. So the house is really quite easy to fussy cut round. There are some little bits that poke out the sides, so I would just be wary of those. And as ever with fussy cutting, you move your paper, not your scissors. Now, I haven't done a brilliant job of stamping this, so the mint macaron is slightly over the crumb cake, but it's fine. And I have to say, I'm not too worried, really, about the fact that the rings are on the back of one of my favourite pieces of paper in the pack, because I do have quite a few packs. Now, as far as thank you gifts and all that good stuff, there will be no licking. No, it's, yeah, weird. But I have seen her do it. Yes, thank you packs and things. I need to get my thank you packs out, which I will be doing later this week. I also need to get my in colour packs and my product shares out. The in-colour items are on their way to me and should be with me later in the week. Everything else is here. I just need to unpack it. It arrived yesterday afternoon while I was in bed catching up on sleep. I was exhausted. It's adrenaline mostly, because I was having lots of adrenaline going through my system, and obviously once everything was done, the adrenaline left my system and I collapsed. I mean, not literally, but you know, I just kind of went ooh. And the only thing I could do really was go to bed for a while. But I will get back to you over the next few days. Hello, Judy. Ooh. Yes. It was a little shocking, Karen. Absolutely. Okay, says, you should fussy cut that well. I'm going to say something which is not meant to sound as rude as it's going to sound, but there's only one way to get better, and that's to practice. Just saying. Practice makes perfect. We all have to start somewhere. I'm by no means the best fussy cutter I know. So, yeah. Right, I am going to grab some of the papers to use as mats. Of course, I've buried them all underneath my card. So, I do need something that's got the yellow in. I might use that along the way, but I was thinking, ooh. Right, I'm going to use this. I don't think I've cut into this yet. No, that's fine. I like to, if I've already cut into a piece of paper, I do like to continue cutting into that piece of paper. So I'm going to cut this at 3 7/8 and 5 5/8. Measurements will be on the blog post when I eventually get to doing it, but I'm actually going to use that side for that. And then this, I'm going to take a 1/4 inch off, so 5 3/8 by 3 5/8. And that's going to go on top. And then I'm going to build my little scene on top of that, and I will then be doing a sentiment. So let's start with some seal. It does seem a shame to put this face down, but I do have quite a few packs, just saying. And I've got my team retreat later this month, so I have no doubt I'll be getting a few more packs. Morning, Elfie. Hello, Judy. Thank you for saying I look great. That's very kind. I used to detest fussy cutting, but the more I do it, the more you enjoy it. That's brilliant, Sherry. It is one of those things that once you get to grips with it, it becomes easier. So this is then going to go on top, and we've got this nice margin around the edge. So this basically is acting as a not quite flat piece of card, as in flat in colour. And as ever, I do not use seal all the way around. You can use your liquid adhesive on paper. It seems to work better on paper than it does on white card, white or vanilla card. The smooth ones. Don't know why, but it does. Right, so I'm going to build my little scene on top of here. So I'm going to have my house and my heart. Now, do I want it on that one? Or do I want it on this one? No, I want it on the bigger one. So that's going to go on there. I'm going to put this straight onto the card, but I'm going to build it up first. And after last week's Top Tip Tuesday on foam adhesive of varying descriptions, of course I'm using this more than I used to. Somewhere along the line I've lost my sticky scissors. Oh, I can use those ones instead because those are older. So I need to re-find my sticky scissors. The foam adhesive is slightly fatter than dimensionals, so it won't go through the post in the UK as a standard letter. You find fussy cutting calming, Jan? I do. It's very therapeutic. I can sit and fussy cut watching television without any problem at all. Clearly not glued to the television, because I'm not one of those people that is glued to the television. Don't think you need to be, particularly. Generally speaking, what's on television is not so great that you have to be glued to it. Just want to make sure that I'm not coming off the bottom. Right, so let's get rid of those bits. These will go in the bin in a moment. But yes, it's a much more cost-effective way of using foam dimensional, or dimensional foam, I should say. So I would urge you to consider that. These ones. It's more upfront, but you get 6 sheets and the sheets are bigger, and it's less than twice the cost of dimensionals, if that makes sense. Not quite sure how much of my brain is actually making sense today. So this is then going to go there. Yes. That's then going to go on there, but we need a sentiment. Ooh, and I need something else behind it. It's quite fussy. Just saying. So let's have a look. So I could use this one, couldn't I? So I think I'm going to do a crumb cake with the big, because otherwise this is all quite fussy on top of itself, if you see what I mean. So I need something to pull it out. Now I had the perfect size piece of crumb cake just now. Oh, there it is. There it is. So if I trim this down a bit, like that. So this time I don't need to line it up because we are not, oh, we don't have to line that bit up. Oops, let's put it over there, because it's not a picture. Why am I being so cack-handed with this? Answer, I don't know, but I am being very cack-handed with it. There we go. Right. So, cut and emboss. Nora finds it frustrating. Yeah, practice, as they say, makes perfect. What I would suggest is, A, cutting out things that are in magazines, so cut out pictures from magazines. If you've had Christmas cards, birthday cards, those sorts of things that you're not keeping in your keepsake box, cutting pictures out from that works really well. Just anything that's, in inverted commas, rubbish. Practice with that, and it will make a difference. Right, so that can all go in the bin. Oh, and we can see properly the wonderful embossing. It's gorgeous. Now, you can ink your embossing folder before you run your card through, and then you get it stamped at the same time. If you see what I mean. Not literally stamped, but... Hello, Barbara. Because I'm still recovering from yesterday. Yes, my brain is definitely all over the place from yesterday. That's better. In fact, I might do that. Right. Okay, so now we need a sentiment. Just for You is always an interestingly super, I say interesting, it's one that always works, because it means you can give it to anybody, and it'll be perfect. Right. So the other embossing folder that will go really well with this is the timber one. from the annual catalogue. So again, I'm just prepping my, oh, runny nose. Just prepping my stamp. Barbara, did you get the email I sent you just a few minutes ago? I hope you did. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just busy. Right, I am going to go... I might go Evening Evergreen, actually. I do need to tidy up my craft space. It looks like a bomb has landed. Not least of all because there's been 3 catalogues in here for a while. Because we've had the retiring early mini and the new mini, and yeah. Ooh, no, I'm going to fussy cut. Sorry, fussy cutting again. I wonder if it's going to look better stamped off. And I don't mean better, I mean I want something to go with these leaves, which are in Evening Evergreen. This is the back of a piece of grid paper. Oh, that wasn't very well inked. That's better. So let's... I think I prefer that one. It's not quite as solid, and because this is a watercolour-esque background, I think that's better, frankly. So more fussy cutting for those people who don't like fussy cutting. I'm sorry. Now, I would always, if I'm fussy cutting, I would always cut my straight lines with my scissors as well. Otherwise it looks a bit odd if you've done some of it with a trimmer and some of it by hand. So it looks odd to my eye. It may not look odd to your eye, but to my eye it just looks odd. You get a slightly different finish if you cut with scissors. And you don't have to do all of the whoops dearies in and outs that I do. You can make it much less fussy in your fussy cutting. Ooh, did I say I bought myself a new sewing machine? Eee, so exciting. It goes backwards as well as forwards. My old sewing machine, which I've had for years, let it be said, and has made lots of things, has decided that it doesn't want to go backwards anymore. Do you always do sentiments in black? No, this is in Evening Evergreen. I like stamping them in colour from the paper. Yes, exactly. That's what this is. So this is Evening Evergreen. Remembering, of course, that you may have typed that before I stamped, because there is a delay. You've been at the F1. Whoa! Only slightly jealous. Of course, it was up in Silverstone, wasn't it? Not that far from here. So I'm going to have that. No, I'm going to have it there with this there. That's what I'm doing. So there. Right. But yes, Lorna, as I say, you might have typed your comment before I stamped. It's the delay does my head in sometimes. Ooh, I can't decide. Right, I'm going to stick. I can't decide whether to put that up on foam or not. So I'm going to stick this down. Put a bit more adhesive on. I'm going to stick this down up there. Hold it in place a bit. I think, Lorna, I would always use a darker colour. I don't, unless it's a very pale card, I would go darker rather than lighter, which is why I brought in Evening Evergreen, because all of these colours are all a bit light. So for the sentiment to stick out, it is darker. that or that? I think I want it on foam. So, foam surgery time. So I can put a nice big bit in the middle. Apparently not that big, but that's all right because we can then use this piece for the sticky out bits. Sticky out bits is a technical phrase. Maybe my brain fog is contagious, you never know. I don't seem to have stopped talking for days. And just so it's my turn to lock and unlock the church this fortnight, starting on yesterday, and just walking along the track to do that, people are stopping me and talking to me and wishing me well, and, you know, well done for doing it, etc., etc. And even couldn't make it up. Stick your finger on the sticky bit, Liz. And even that is quite exhausting. There we go. Right, okay. Petal Pink calls for elegant faceted gems. So we're going to have some elegant faceted gems. So there we go. Gosh, it's taken me nearly 3/4 of an hour to make one whole card. The next one will be easier, just saying. So that's that one. Do you like those gems? They are one of my favourites. I was so pleased when they carried over into this year's catalogue. Right, so I need to clean that off. Right, let's go a little softer in our colours, and by softer I mean less fussy more than anything. So let me see, I think the plaid is calling me. I think I might have another bit of the plaid somewhere. Hello Deborah. Oh, thank you Corrie. Thank you Judy. So I think that will be coming into the equation. Ooh, that might come into the equation. Ooh, 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 ooh. Right, I think I'm pretty close to being there now. This is going to be very much more straightforward and simple. There's about to be an avalanche, just saying. Right, I don't know how big this is, and I don't know how big this is, but that's foam. These are bits. Let's get rid of the bits. Into the bin. Okay, let's measure my piece of paper, and it is, again, it's the same paper. So this is 5 and 5. No, it's not. It's 5 and just over a half, and that is 3 3/4. So if I trim that down so that it is 5 1/2, that's a good start. And then this is how big? 3 3/4. That's an irritating measurement. Oh, actually, no, it's not. No, it's not. So I'm cutting this, which is 3 3/4, into 1 1/4 inch strips. And you may well be ahead of me on all of this. I'm going to grab a white card base, which I don't have, so I will cut one. Excuse me while I dip into my magic drawer of card. Right, so white card base. So I'm I'm going to score this at 10.5 and cut at 14.8-ish centimetres, so it's a half sheet. And the blue is Night of Navy, if I've remembered correctly. Yep. So I'm going to grab some Night of Navy, which is right at the back of my magic drawer of card. I may be late in seeing you, but I do remember you talking about cutting your hair off. Yes, I did. Yesterday. That's not big enough. Is that big enough? Don't think it is. Nope. Okay, new sheet. I did. Raising money. Raising money for a local charity that is. I mean, I say it's local, as in it happens to be based locally. It's a national charity. But it happens to be based locally. So I'm going to cut this at 3 7/8 by 5 5/8. Normal measurement for me. So yes, to mark the 10th anniversary of my breast cancer diagnosis, I have had my head shaved for charity. So far I'm at about £2,000, thanks in part to lots of you. And they are looking specifically at a cure for secondary breast cancer and or a vaccine for primary cancer, as in to stop it from happening. Right, so I need to play jigsaw puzzle with this. So yes, so that was yesterday. No. Right, that goes there. Does that go there? That goes there. Right, okay. Right, first things first, I'm going to stick one to t'other. So as I say, this will be quite a quick card. So yes, if you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen I've been spamming Instagram with pictures of before, during and after. And my hairdresser, who bless her is all over Instagram as well, did some amazing filming of it, which has been just amazing. And of course I've now muddled these up again. Right, so that goes there, that goes there, and this one goes there. Right, so I'm just going to spread these out. So I want this one in the middle. So let me find something to count. Right, that's a middle there. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Half of 23 is 11 and a half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we want to be about there with our middle one. And then I can do the other bits around it. And I'm going to use my foam sheet again, because this is perfect for putting behind paper. Might even have to find another sheet of foam sheet. Woohoo! I am gobsmacked, Shaz. Absolutely gobsmacked. That does include gift aid, but even so, my mind is blown by it. And of course I've moved, so I need to count again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and a half. So this is where my first piece goes, and I'm going to leave a slightly bigger gap at the bottom than the top, because my eye prefers that. And this isn't going to be quite big enough for this piece, but that's fine. Let's come up a bit more. That's good. Oops. Try to tear the paper off without tearing the paper. So this, I'm just going to leave a bit of a gap. It's about 1/4 of an inch, roughly. And then I'll probably need to do a bit of surgery for this, but that's fine, we can do surgery. In fact, I think if I just cut that in half, I can top and bottom it. Like that. Sentiment. I think I'm going to have to go just for you again. Oh, I could do thinking of you. I will go thinking of you this time. I think. Oh, love and warmth. That's quite interesting. In fact, oh, let's just do love. I could do love you. Ooh, this is going to be interesting. Sorry, I was just thinking if it was going to work out. And it will. Right, so definitely need to prep. Because I need a good key for this. And I'm going to use my early evergreen again. Oh, no, I might use... No, I'm going to use early evergreen because that's what's in the bird tit's tail. Bird tit? Blue tit. Good grief. So, love. And you can bounce a bit because the whole thing looks watercolour-esque. So it doesn't matter if it's not solid. So that's the love. And the font is the same for the U. Just big enough. I mean, it would have been absolutely perfect if I had done the U first. I might have placed the love better. Stop rolling. Thank you. My husband runs in the city to surf every August and raises money for prostate cancer research. Brilliant. He's done it for 20 years. Oh, prostate cancer, a bit like breast cancer, if you catch it early enough, it's eminently treatable. The problem is if you don't catch it early enough. It's a bit like, it's not terribly straight, but it'll do. In fact, I might just cut it in a straight, rather than fussy cutting it. What was I saying? Oh yes, pancreatic cancer is a bit of a silent killer because you don't have pain receptors in your pancreas. Therefore, you don't get any warning signs until it's spread, by which time it's too late. But both breast cancer and prostate cancer are, if you catch it early, yes, exactly. Exactly. Sorry, I'm not going to say that out loud because, yeah. But yes, exactly. So there we are. We've got love you. And I'm going to mount that on a little scrappy scrap of something. I think I'm going to mount it on evening evergreen. Even though I've got Night of Navy behind. Oh, is that going to be... No, it's not. That's not going to be either. Never mind, it's fine. That doesn't look straight. Oh, it is. Right. Don't want that. I want that. There's a wonderful, from a breast cancer point of view, there's a wonderful charity from an educational point of view called Know Your Lemons, which I highly recommend because they use lemons to describe symptoms of breast cancer, so you know what you're looking for. Don's cancer was very aggressive, but brilliant. I mean, not brilliant that it was aggressive, but brilliant that you made him have regular blood tests. Yeah, I mean, I was lucky with my breast cancer. I mean, I had a lot of it, and not just one type. There's something like 14 different types of breast cancer. I think it's 14. A friend of mine, unfortunately, had one of the aggressive forms, and she's done really well. She's 10 years on. She was diagnosed just before me, but sadly we're at the point where things are not going well. So it made yesterday a little easier somehow. I think I'm going to go just there, actually. So I'm going to put my adhesive here, and I'm not going to worry about supporting all of the sentiment. I'm going to put a little bit of foam adhesive under the bottom of this piece of paper, purely because it's not got any and it's now going to take more weight. Lorna said, went to talk about medical detection dogs. Oh, absolutely. No, they're amazing, Lorna. Absolutely amazing. You've just given me the card for it. I'm glad to help, Elfie. It's really simple. Keep it simple, stupid. Right. Happy to help. Not convinced by... I might go over both. Yeah. I didn't like this hanging in midair in a gap. Don't mind it hanging over this side, but over a gap. And just need to add some adhesive, and I will be putting some more elegant faceted gems on, because as I've got them on the product list, I might as well use them. Those of you that took my Abigail Rose class will have lots of elegant faceted gems to use up. I will be announcing my next class very soon. I'm actually going to do 2 classes this month. One of them is going to be and it's going to be a mini class. So the big one's going to be with the Awash with Beauty, purely because it's got lots of pink in it, and pink is the breast cancer colour. And the other one's going to be a mini class using the Stronger Together stamp set, and that will be a very mini class. So keep your eyes open for those. Right, elegant faceted gems, and then we are done. I'm going to use the white ones because, or actually, well, I know I'm going to use the clear ones because I can, for no reason other than because I can. But they should these will actually fade into the background until someone spots that they're there. Don't know why that one is randomly down there, but it is. I wouldn't put a gem in between the body of something. Just saying. The blue's your favourite card, Nora. Excellent. Oh, thank you, Leslie. Thank you, Judy. Right, so 1, 2. I'm going to go all the way up there for my third. So there we go. That's that one. That's that one. This really is simple, and it's one of those designs you can use over and over again. Just use different papers. So yeah, very easy, very simple, perfect for a class, Elfie. And if you've got a mix of abilities, you could have some of them maybe heat embossing the sentiment, particularly using words from different stamps. It shows people how you can stretch your supplies, which I always think is good. Right, if I can get near my mouse, I will flip the camera back up. Could add some twine behind the sentiment, perhaps. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, all sorts of things you could do with it. Lots and lots of things to do. Every now and again I catch myself and realise I have no hair. Right, let me flip the camera up. So, thank you very much. Thank you, Lorna. Glad you enjoyed those. If you are in the UK or anywhere in Europe and you wish to purchase anything, please note there is a link in the description bar to my online store. Thank you, Sherry. The Just Giving page won't close for a long time yet. So if you feel so inclined, the link is in the description bar below. If you're watching on replay, if you've got any questions or comments, please ask below the description bar. If you've enjoyed it, a thumbs up is always welcome. Paper is your next SAB item. Thank you, Pam. Yes. Thank you, Jan. But yes, thumbs up is always welcome. As I say, I'm going to be doing a big giveaway when I get to 10,000 subscribers. So if you've got any crafty friends, get them subscribed. But yeah, thank you very much indeed for today. Thank you for your ongoing support. Do remember, wherever you are, if you're in a Stampin' Up country and you are not already a demonstrator, now is the best time to join because you get free stuff. So yes, if you're a planner girl or know someone who's a planner girl, and I say girl because it is definitely floral, the planner, then this is the perfect time to get that planner free. It's worth over £40 in the UK, I know, because that's how much I had to pay for it. So thank you very much indeed. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you again very, very soon. Oh, I need to do my end screen, don't I? Bye.